We got MedScan. All right, Leslie, you want to check out the MedScan with me? All right, she seems extremely innocent. Peter, you got a MedScan? I trust my boy Peter. You don't have a MedScan, do you? Oh. Leslie's clear! All right, Leslie looked pretty clear.
Thanks for watching another Among Us Academy video. Today we'll be talking about MedScan, the long and short of it, and everything you need to know. Some background on MedScan. It's formerly known as Submit Scan on the taskbar. It's a long task on the Scaled map as well as Mirror HQ. However, it's only a short task on the Polis map. And there's very useful information to know when counting how many long tasks people do. Often when you inquire about other people's tasks, if there's only one long task in the setting, but they say they've done Simon Says, in other words, Start Reactor, as well as MedScan, well, that's kind of sus if that's on Mirror HQ because they can only have one long task. It's also useful for choosing the right lobby settings. For example, I would never choose 5 short tasks on the map Polis because that increases the chance of more people getting MedScan, which means if visuals are on, more people get hard cleared, or even if visuals are off, more people can MedScan queue one another to clear each other. Here's a video of Sykkuno demonstrating this concept where he walks up and he manages to queue multiple people.
Lily's clear too?
Lily.
Okay, so Lily, Leslie, and Peter and me are all clear. Okay, this is kind of one of those bad games where too many people are cleared.
And then here it says waiting for Leslie,
yeah,
so he knows Leslie's clear too.
This is one of those bad games, I think. If 4 people are cleared, it's probably over. Okay, so it's just unfortunate for the imposters, but what can you do, guys? 4 people get cleared by MedScan. That's just unfortunate. Okay.
I think that Sykkuno video is very helpful for illustrating a couple of concepts. One is only one person can scan at any time, be they dead or alive. Interestingly enough, if a ghost scans, none of the alive crewmates playing simultaneously can scan either. This is useful as if you try to do MedScan and another crewmate is doing it, then it will say waiting for player name. This confirms that that player is definitely a crewmate. What they can do is they could cancel their scan and do the same to confirm you, and this is known as MedScan queuing. The second issue it illustrates is the fact that because it's a short task, if you set the number of short tasks too high, you can have up to 4 people all with medbay, and they can clear each other off MedScan, which leads to a relatively not that fun a game. However, that being said, since I've made this video, I found this interview with the developers who appear to have already implemented some changes that limits the number of people that can have MedScan on the Polis map, or any map for that matter, to around 3, I think.
And then people have also been sort of abusing med-based scans, even in like, yeah, and so queuing up, this basically just makes it so that medbay still, like my phrasing in the changelog I shared is like kind of bad, where it says it appears less frequently. That's not quite true. It just limits the max number of medbay scans there can be in a game, so you can't get like the whole crew to queue after each other. We might look into some other tweaks on that.
So what info is actually scanned? Here's some trivia for you. The machine doing the scanning is the state-of-the-art Scanmatron 2000. However, some values are always the same. For example, the height is always 3'6", weight is always 132 pounds, and the color is always the same color of the player. The blood type is actually randomized. You can go from the universal donor from O negative all the way to AB positive. The IDE code follows a pattern. The first 3 letters are the same color of the player, followed by the letter P. The 0 in this table here represents the number joined. If a player was the 7th player to join, the ID would be 6 instead of 0. So for example, Cyan, the 6th player to join the lobby, would be CYAP5 in this example. Whether or not you want to use this is up to you. Some people still to this day ask about what position keys I had on the map Polis as a way to suss out the imposter if it doesn't match up. So if you really wanted to, you could probably do the same thing here. You ask them what the ID number is or the ID was and see if that matches up to the player order. However, personally, I don't think it's that useful. It's just a little bit of trivia for you. Moreover, I think the walking animation on both Mirror HQ as well as the Scout is very hard to fake on PC. And we must note that on Polis, it's actually bugged. If you want to see more, check out my video in the description below. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, please like and leave a comment about what you want to see next, as well as subscribe, hit the notification bell. Not many of you are, and so it'd mean a lot if we can improve this number.